Namaste. Good morning. Welcome to this 15th day of Advent. I'd like to talk about something really important that you do with your cards. That is often overlooked, and we don't talk about it very often, and that is the process of shuffling. And the act of shuffling as an act of mindfulness. Good morning to you, Sarah, and good morning to everyone watching in the background and watching the replays. I do so appreciate having you here. Shuffling for me has always been something that I love to do, and I understand that some people don't love shuffling, but it doesn't have to be complicated. If you take a breath, let's just do that. And feel the deck in your hand. I feel the coolness of the gilding on the side. I feel the sharpness of the cards in my hand. I feel the weight of the cards. And close your eyes. Can you close your eyes and just do a gentle overhand shuffle? Can you even just pick up the cards and feel the cards? Really connect with the cards. Let them fall in whatever way they want to fall. Shuffle slowly. Listen to the sound that the cards make. Do your cards have a scent? Do they do something interesting when you shuffle them? Can you see something in the pattern of the backs? When they fall together, does one card stick out? Sometimes I travel with tarot cards, and I'll have them in my basket. And I've talked about traveling by ferry. And it's busy. Depending on what floor you're on the ferry, there is a pressure to get out of your vehicle. You can't stay in your car. You have to go up with the throngs of people. And it can be really calming to take out a deck of cards. You don't have a table. There's nowhere to do a reading, but simply just shuffle the cards. It can be a really calming exercise. And I find that it can just sort of, I don't know what it is. It makes me smile. It makes me settled and grounded. And it creates a different kind of connection with your cards. And hello Liz, welcome. And Mary Beth. Shuffling, yeah, so cardstock is important. And I think if there was just one tarot deck that I had, the cardstock, the shuffle ability, it's really important. And this particular one is really lovely that I was shuffling with this morning. And just know that you don't have to do a reading. You can just calm yourself by shuffling the cards. You can mindfully wrap them, put them in a bag, in your purse or your briefcase, whatever you take with you when you go out for the day. And if maybe you're going for a walk or something, there'll be a place that you could sit on a park bench, sit on a log. And if that was the case and I was taking a smaller deck, I would probably take it out of the tin. Wrap it in a small bag. Fortunately, I have lots of little bags, and just put it in my pocket. And I have sat and shuffled decks and pulled cards in the forest. It's a lovely thing to do. Yeah. All right. I'm going to choose my feeling word for today. Not be too long about this. There are a couple of bathtub cards in this deck. And I see the bathtub symbolic of the womb very much in this deck. Just looking at that heart, it's almost as if the heart is eating her alive. And what is she looking at? The sea is not a favorable color. Do you know this deck was created or inspired by Lady Frida Harris. So there's this connection between Frida and Frida in this deck. And when Gabby Angus West was painting this deck, she really wanted to honor the colors of Lady Frida Harris, the colors in the Crowley deck. I'm going to go with anguish. Anguish. I feel like there's a lot to journal in this card. And there's a desperation here in will I ever be pain free? And I can feel this in the throat of all places, but actually that makes sense in working with a sacral chakra deck and all the wounding of the sacral chakra, the energy in this deck, the release, the healing is going to come through the voice. It's going to come through the throat. And so my opposite word is going to be one of clear voice. And I'm not sure truth is the right word, but I'm going to go with truth for now. I'm in a bit of a process here, just sort of figuring out this word. And of course, there are personal stories behind this. In the process of clearing out decks, an ongoing process of mine right now, I am somewhat embarrassed. And I think that is a good word to say out loud. I have I'm doing timestamps for this first video. And when I look at this list, I should be able to share this with you. This is kind of private. I wonder if I can do this. Anyway, this list here, right? This is the list of the timestamps for the video. And I'm really shaking my head. Hello, Kiki. And we've talked about this before and how important it is to stop buying tarot decks. To give yourself permission to get out of that need to want to have the latest, to have the one that everyone is talking about, to have the one that you never got. It can really become overwhelming, and I'm going to finish this video. There's another 45 minutes to edit, and it's going to be long, and I'm going to put it up. And I think I want to record some of the feelings of the process of doing this at this point in my life. And I made a little section at the end of all of the this is just mass market decks, of all of the mass market decks that I have already sold or passed on. And there's a long list of those as well. And it's very confronting to do something like this. And there is regret. There certainly is regret. And there has been great joy, don't get me wrong. There's been great joy, and there's been some wonderful readings and lessons and so forth. But it really is mind-boggling how that can even happen. And if it's not tarot decks, I wonder if there is something in your life that is ready to simplify. And as the moon continues to wane, and I share these reflections with you on these dark mornings, let's focus on this energy of simplicity and see what the tarot itself has to say about the importance of that and how important keeping our lives uncomplicated is for our wellness, particularly our mental health. Not to mention our financial health. This is the future ancestor tarot. Oh, this is really beautiful. Carve your own happiness. For those of you that saw me on Sunday, I've been molding candles all week. I don't know if you can see this one. This is a goddess candle. The process of melting wax and threading the wicks, choosing the right wick, getting the molds all ready, and pouring the hot wax, and it's a bit of a process. A couple of days if you want to make two of any one mold. But this Maker of Cups card, when I look at them at their potter's wheel, it just reminded me of something that I really wanted yesterday. And that was to create a space where I can have my crafting supplies out and I don't have to put everything in bins and put it away at the end of the day. Simplicity is doing what you love and loving what you do. And this Maker of Cups, so this would be the King of Cups, is fully aware of their heart and the journey of their heart through a lifetime. There's something really beautiful here in the act of making pottery and this connection between earth and water and the right quantities that create this beautiful balance. The maker aspect of this card reminds me that we can choose our simplicity, and we can choose to be in charge of our simplicity. The Maker of Cups understands the bigger picture of how they feel and what fills their cup indeed. Ace of Seeds, 10 of Candles. It would seem there is an opportunity here to act upon this question. when it becomes all too much, what are you going to do? And, I laugh. This is our Decan card right now, 10 of Candles. And it's kind of funny that Sadhana's making candles and candles are being thrown up in the air. But that metaphorical 10 of Wands is a powerful card. And I asked you yesterday, what do you do when you realize it's enough, that we need not go one step further? Hello, Angela. Namaste. And I feel like this gift of the Ace of Seeds is acknowledging this question of simplicity, a new direction, a new opportunity to create with your inner Maker of Cups something which will help to simplify. Okay, my friends. Blessings to all of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.